What's up, YouTube? Happy Thursday, CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football, and welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you to everybody in the community. We just broke 5,000 subscribers, so Saturday night I will be doing the Death Nut Challenge, and as I announced, there is a giveaway. Link is in the description down below if you want to apply with the rules there. You can check out yesterday's video that really goes into the contest, but I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys a tournament guide. So I'm actually going to be doing a 2-day tournament guide where I'm going to go over absolutely everything you need to dominate this tournament, from how to draft, how to set your game plan, what coaches to use, and what plays to use. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into it since there is no real new content in the game today. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this one here. And when we look at it, it is an all-run tournament. So let's start with draft strategy. Okay, so we're going to start with draft strategy. There's really two approaches that you can take. Approach number one is you just want to get 15 wins to get the top reward and then call it quits. If that is you, since this is a run-only tournament, what I would do is focus on, of course, a running back. Probably wait for the late round, but you don't want to get messed up with no running back, so you may have to take one early. And then if I was going to focus any on the offensive line, I would probably prefer to take guards, like a fast guard can be very helpful, and even potentially a second running back to get better blocking on those, because running is going to be big. If you're only going for 15 wins, focus on your defense. Defense is going to win you a lot more games than offense will if you're just trying to get 15 wins in as few games as possible. Now, normally, during a passing tournament, I tend to do that same defensive-heavy approach first, and I normally go for a secondary. Completely different this time, guys. You want to put your priority on your front seven, so your defensive line and your linebackers. If you're going to go into the secondary, then prioritize safeties. But your corners are really not that important. So you want to make sure you have a great defensive line, ends being more important than tackles, a great middle linebacker, and then outside linebackers as well. If you get a bunch of safeties, again, I would ignore corners, but say you get 4 safeties, not a bad deal, because the 2 main safeties would go in the safety spot, and then the others could go into the nickel and dime slot. If you get 4 safeties, you really don't need cornerback 1 and 2, but if you just happen to get 4 safeties, not a bad choice, because some of the run plays that I'll be talking about today and tomorrow exploit dime or zone coverage, or dime or nickel coverage, and that'll put those players on the field. If you have safeties there, they tend to play better against the run than a corner does. So that's how I would draft. Now, if you are trying to go for one of these players and grind out the top 1,000, you're going to be playing a ton of games, guys. You're going to get 15 wins just by playing that many games. Go offense heavy. You're going to want 2 running backs. You're going to want a full offensive line. Again, quarterback, wide receivers, you don't really need them, but focus on getting the best offensive line and double running back setup you can get if you're trying to grind the top 100, because you need points. Defense, doesn't matter what you give up. You're going to get those 15 wins. So that's your 2 draft options and how you approach. And in tomorrow's video, I will show you my draft. I will do the draft as part of tomorrow's video. But let's go ahead and hop into some other stuff, because that's only a part of it. Game plan is enabled for this tournament, and game plan is probably going to be your best bet for winning the tournament, because if you stop them from scoring and shut them down quickly, you may even win on yards. So let's go ahead, hop in here to game plan. What I would say is you want to hard counter as many run plays as possible and put in the highest 2-point run counter that you can. So when we look here, there's some key plays that I think must be countered, which we counter here. Specifically, bunch halfback dive, trips tight end halfback counter, halfback dive weak, halfback stretch. As you can see, I've also got other ones like cutback, gut, 4-5 base, halfback counter. This is not the best possible game plan. If I had like any game plan in the game. There are a couple of changes that I would make, like I'd want to have strong eye halfback blast countered as well. But this is going to be good enough for me. This is going to stop enough people, and it takes away the key critical run plays. If I had a better defensive unit, my defensive unit here is literally doing absolutely nothing for me in the tournament. But the rest of the cards, as you can see, I've got a 24% soft counter, and I take away 10 individual run plays. So stack up on double run game plans. Try to avoid duplicates. I'd want to counter double counter, but I don't have a double run counter that includes it, so I'm going to keep looking for that. I may pick that up, and honestly, I may just take out the 4-5 base halfback counter and just put in a single double counter run, but I wanted to kind of put this up to show you, hey, these are some things that you can go for. Next, coaches. Another thing that we can talk about that will make a difference. If you are going the route of pursuing a top 1,000 finish, stack up both Jason Garrett and John Madden. They both boost run offense. And by stacking them, it's going to help your squad out. Now, if you don't have both of them, or if you're just going for 15 wins, use whichever one is a higher level. If they're the same level, use John Madden. He's slightly better because, as you can see, I've got them both at level 2, and the only difference is John Madden gives a little bit better blocking. If you're going for the 15 wins, you're going to want to go and balance that. So in this case, between the two, I would choose Madden. And then the other one that you want to put in, if you're going to do this, is John Harbaugh to boost your run defense. So this is how I am going to go in. I'm going to go in with Madden and Harbaugh so that my team is boosted when running both offensively and defensively. If you're going for the points and you want to go for the 1,000, double up on offense, draft for offense, and that's how I would approach it. So guys, that's how I would approach the draft, the game plan, and the coaches based on how you want to do it. What I'm going to do from here on out is we are going to coach in LVL today and tomorrow only using run plays, just to simulate the tournament that we're going to see. So I'm going to go over what runs to use on first down, second down, third down, fourth down, give you a ton of options. So make sure to check out the rest of this video if you want coaching on running, and tomorrow's video where I'm going to continue to pound the run. Let's go ahead and hop into some coaching. All right, guys, we're going up against 3-a-day. I'm going up against this Panther team, T-Dog, a 111 defense. And I wanted to say thank you again, EA, for sponsoring this giveaway that we're doing to celebrate that 5K mark. So let's go ahead. We're going to be doing all run plays today and tomorrow. Going to break down what plays to use in what situation. And we're going to go ahead and fair catch this, which is great. So we're starting at the 25, when in the tournament, we would be starting at the 30-yard line. So here we're going to start halfback dive week. So on first down, guys, there's a couple of plays that you want to use. You either want to use one of these inside runs, something like dive weak, strong eye halfback blast, halfback gut, or double counter. Double counter is the one non-inside run that I like to run on first down. So let's go ahead. We're going to go dive weak. This is actually counter formation here, but it looks like it was a low or a medium counter, so we were able to break it for positive yards here. Second down, we're in this case going to go with bunch halfback dive. Now, a couple of plays. So if you're taking notes, kind of put this down. Bunch halfback dive, trips tight end, halfback counter, and halfback stretch are your 3 best second down plays. Reason being, those particular plays are usually going to draw either dime or nickel defenses, which means you're putting smaller guys on the field by pulling out a linebacker or two and putting in a defensive back or two. So here we go. As you can see on this one, we're either going to take it up the middle or bounce it to the left. The middle was clogged, so we take it to the left, get some decent yards. First and 10. I'm going to go ahead and show weak eye double counter here. I personally like to flip it because I have my faster guard on the right-hand side. And also in the tournament, you'll probably, I don't keep the player cards up, but take note of where your other team's better players are. If they've got a bunch of gold players on this side of the field and elite players on this side of the field, try to work the weaker side. In this case, I've got a faster guard on the right side, so I want my fast guard pulling in front of me. So here we go. I'm going to bounce this one to the outside, follow those blocks. I got a little bit tripped up there. If I didn't, I probably would have taken that one to the house, but that half a second trip up allowed that guy to get a little bit closer and shut it down. So 1st and 10 here, we're going to go strong eye halfback blast. Already talked about this one, but it's basically either an inside run or you just take it right up the outside, kind of around the tackle. In this case, we're going to take it around the tackle and head on up. Sets up a 2nd and 3. And in this case, we are going to go trips tight end halfback counter, which is another great 2nd down run play. Because it was so short, we actually didn't get the nickel or dime defense, but we were still able, with that 4-3 base coverage, to take it in for the touchdown. All 2-point conversions, guys, flip toss. Don't think about using anything else. It's the highest percentage 2-point run play in the game, period. Just take it to the outside, either go to the edge or cut in between if that wide receiver breaks his block. This case, we took it to the outside, 8 points on the day, and we're going to go ahead, speed this thing up, hop right into drive number 2, and continue with more coaching here. So I want to show you guys, there's a reason that I'm telling you to use these runs on 1st down. They've got home run potential. So since dive week was countered, we're going to start this one weak eye double counter. Remember, I said those inside runs or weak eye double counter on 1st down. So here we go. We take this one to the outside. And look at this. We didn't get tripped up, so we've got the speed needed that we take that one play touchdown all the way down there. Nice, easy touchdown. And that's one of the reasons that you want to use that play. Now, here we go. Toss. It is countered. We know that because it's that 3-4 defense. If it wasn't countered, it'd be goal line. So you just have to head for the edge, potentially get in. It's not guaranteed, but this play, as you can see here, can break the counter, and that's why you want to use it. Any of the other run plays that you could use for a 2-point conversion are not going to be able to reliably break the counter the same way toss can. So we're going to go ahead, hop right into drive number 3, see if we can finish strong here. Once again, fair catch it, starting at the 25, and just to show you a different play, we're going to go strong eye halfback blast. We're up against a 3-4 over or a 3-4 under defense here, and we're just going to bounce this to the outside. And remember, I said dive weak, strong eye halfback blast, double counter. These all have home run potential. So here we go. We take this one, follow those blocks, and look at that. We're taking that one all the way to the house as well. And since you don't get 1st downs in this particular tournament, you want big play runs. Now, of course, I made it a point to counter all of these plays, as you should too. You should make sure to counter these big play threats that I'm talking about today and tomorrow to greatly improve your chances of winning and scoring more points. But you know, that's the reason I talk about those plays, guys. So let's go ahead, end it there. 22 points on the day. But if you like this video or what I'm trying to do here on the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What you can count on is daily strategy content, normally in the form of narrated LVL drives, but I'll also bring things like, promo breakdowns, tournament guides, maybe even the occasional coin making method, but that's not really the main focus of my channel. And if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, go ahead and hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. I love you guys. You are the best audience ever. I hope to see you Saturday night, where hopefully I will survive the Death Nut Challenge and put up some points. And then we'll get to give away, again, one lucky winner, whatever player they want, courtesy of the EA Game Changers program. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. CHF out.